Who built the cairn de gavrinis? There is a common misconception that Neolithic man was fundamentally different from modern man. A well-funded, close-knit, and frequently aristocratic academia has depicted Neolithic man as an uneducated, leopard print-togged, club-wielding character. A slobbering, powerful, filthy beast that hadn't even figured out how to make fire, let alone master sophisticated language or social norms. This model depicts our emergence from the last ice age and subsequent evolution into a sophisticated technological society. The current situation we're in requires us to keep the book closed on the subject of human history in order to maintain our privileged position in contemporary culture. This widely accepted assertion is treated as gospel, and anything that seems to cast doubt on it is written off as an outlier. Despite all the evidence we've presented, there are still countless mysterious phenomena and ancient engineering marvels that defy explanation. So frequently discussed on this channel, yet either disregarded or presented as mysterious when it comes to the lives and accomplishments of our recent past. Many of these ancient ruins were attributed to more recent achievements, but their construction would have been impossible for the people of the time. Neolithic sites are no exception to our belief that there is ample evidence to suggest that they are much older and were constructed with far more sophisticated precision technologies. Several of these massive, heavily eroded prehistoric stone trilemes, and the stones they hold are consistent with a Bronze Age dating. This ancient civilization also left behind a global network of dolmens, which can be found everywhere from Scotland to Ireland to Japan. These donts have the same layout and strange aspects, like bored entrances and multi-ton megaliths, as if this gang still knows how to lift and work such objects. It's as if they were a relic of a more advanced civilization that had lost the technology that allowed them to carve with precision. The academic community has long puzzled over how ancient civilizations that were said to have existed in isolation were able to construct such strikingly similar buildings. What drew us to Neolithic sites in the first place were the enormous megaliths used in the construction of many of the buildings, or tunnels with soaring top slabs on dolmens weighing well over 100 tons and standing as much as 8 feet tall. Despite the enormous size of these structures, we found a slab tunnel entrance at Newgrange in Dohonyer in Meath, Ireland. They were once perfectly timed to coincide with solstices, but now they're mostly buried and out of the way. There is an argument to be made that Japan is home to the world's most impressive collection of Neolithic settlements. However, we believe that the United Kingdom, France, and some areas of the United States are home to the most archaeologically interesting Neolithic sites. Sites in Scotland and Ireland in particular have ancient symbols that were broken off and left within celestial alignments in a pattern that may be a decoration or code, which recur frequently. For example, Neolithic sites, barrows, and internal earthworks frequently feature a mysterious spiral that has no obvious explanation. The frequency with which it returns suggests that it once held some meaning or importance for them. Nonetheless, Gavrinis is the most impressive of these little shared ruins, with its carvings of seemingly fanatically overwhelming symbolism. Located in France to have so many of these patterns laid out in clear, concise ways by people who could align rocks weighing 100 tons or more with millimeter precision. We think it's important that this project be seen as a deliberate attempt to communicate with a future culture whose language is very different from our own. We think they understood this because they lived through a global cataclysm, but we haven't been able to decode their messages yet. So, according to our governess, spirals are just for show. If that's the case, why did they go to so much trouble? Are they some sort of ancient code, perhaps a warning? Unknown sender with an undiscovered message, the creators of gavrinis and their motivations remain a mystery. We find gavrinis fascinating because so much about it remains mysterious and is rarely discussed in academic circles.